The biggest mistake this woman made was asking random children for directions. She was beaten, stoned, kicked, dragged, and burnt alive in front of her children, who were so helpless they could not do anything to stop the angry crowd from lynching their mother. They had to stand and watch their mother get killed by a bunch of angry bastards. And what was her offense? She asked a group of random children for direction in an environment she wasn't familiar with. This is the unfortunate story of Malama Omolkairi Usman Aliyu, a respected Islamic teacher and a mother of 5 children, who lost her life in one of the most unfortunate ways you could ever imagine on the 21st of June 2026 in Maraban, Jos, a community in Kaduna State. On this day, it was said that Malama was going for a Quranic graduation ceremony, one she was invited to. She was even supposed to deliver a lecture on that day. She also had taken 2 of her little children with her, 2 little girls. Now, some sources say that she was going with other group of Islamic teachers and they were all going independently of each other. When upon somehow, some way, she lost the people she was going with and she got close enough to a particular area that she could no longer recognize the way to the graduation ceremony. She got to this particular area where she saw a group of kids playing by the streets, and it occurred to her to ask the children about the place she was going to. And I think this is where things started going left. While she was talking to these kids, a group of other adults were observing from a near distance. The children began directing her. It would have been easy if the kids had just used words to describe where she was going to for her, but these little kids decided to offer to take her to the place. So in the course of directing Malama, these kids began walking with her towards the direction. And in that moment, the adults who were near the situation quickly raised alarm, tagging her a child kidnapper, claiming and accusing this woman of trying to steal these children. And instantly, a crowd pounced on her. They did not even give her space to talk. She's trying to explain to them that no, she's a teacher and she's going for a ceremony, but nobody cared. They beat her up, and luckily for her, the police came and took her away from the situation. This was around 10 a.m. on that day. Somebody had called the police reporting a child kidnapper, not even reporting the fact that a woman was getting lynched. And when the police came, they took her to the station in Maraban, Jos. But it did not end there. By the time she was taken to the police station, word started spreading around. And people started mentioning that a child kidnapper was seen, was caught, but the police had taken her away. That is how a crowd of angry mobs stormed the police station and began requesting that the woman is brought out. At this point, they still believed she was a child thief. The crowd was so overwhelming, the police could no longer contain them, and unfortunately, the police did the worst thing anyone could ever imagine. They released this woman to the angry mob, where she was beaten, tortured, and eventually set ablaze in front of her 2 little children. It was after they killed her that the investigation revealed that she was not a child thief, and the people who were at the Islamic graduation ceremony clearly vouched for her and said that they were expecting her, and said that the direction she was taking was the way to where she was going to. And that was how it was confirmed that she was not a child kidnapper, but by this time she was already cremated. She was already dust. What a tragedy. Eventually, the governor of Kaduna State released a statement condemning the killing, and the police announced to have arrested over 100 people who they believe were involved in the lynching and killing of this woman, and arraigned many others in court. This story breaks my heart. By the time the husband of this woman heard of the incident, it was already devastating enough. He could not contain his tears. I cannot just imagine what it must be like being a child to have to stand and watch your mother get killed by a group of angry bastards, a group of blood hungry. These people were just evil people.